Today I'm presenting StrykerCyberattack from March 2026, and this was recent. This was one of the most destructive cyber attacks that we've seen recently because it wasn't just about ransomware. It wasn't just about like stealing money. It was a very highly coordinated nation-state linked attack that disrupted a global medical technology company in over 60 countries. To really understand the scale here, Stryker is a $25 billion medical tech company that supports over 150 million patients annually. The attacker was from a group called Handala, which is now believed to be a front for Iran's Ministry of Intelligence. The attack happened on March 11th, 2026, and within hours it caused a major global disruption. And this is important because it shows that cyber attacks are now being used not just for profit, but also for geopolitical signaling and psychological impact. Handel itself presents itself as a hacktivist group, but it's actually tied to Iran's MOIS and operates as part of state-sponsored cyber warfare. Their toolkit includes phishing, data theft, wiper malware, and even psychological operations like defacing systems and leaking data. What's interesting is that they target civilian infrastructure, healthcare, energy, and defense is really what they hit, which makes their attacks both technically and very politically impactful. And this attack was later formally attributed by the U.S. DOJ, confirming it as a nation-state operation. The attack chain is really what makes this interesting. So on March 11th, around midnight, the attackers gained access to Stryker's Active Directory environment through a phishing method. Then they compromised Microsoft Intune, which is an endpoint management system used to control devices remotely. And from there, they didn't deploy traditional malware, actually. Instead, they used Intune itself to issue a remote wipe command to over 200,000 devices across 79 countries. And this included corporate systems, servers, and even employee-owned devices enrolled in BYOD. So within hours, the systems were wiped, the screens went blank, and operations were completely disrupted. What's critical here is that the attack just didn't just rely on a zero-day exploit. The initial access was likely just phishing, leading to compromised admin credentials, which is something that we already know how to defend against. But the real issue was that once they got inside, the attackers abused legitimate admin tools, specifically Intune. Because Intune has the authority to push commands to all managed devices, it essentially becomes a built-in wiper. And because BYOD devices were enrolled, the blast radius really extended further beyond just the corporate hardware. And the impact was massive. Over 200,000 devices were wiped across 79 countries, affecting more than 56,000 employees. Manufacturing, ordering systems, and global shipments were disrupted. Even emergency medical systems like LifeNet in Maryland were also affected. This forced hospitals to reconsider the reliance on the connected systems in real time. And from a business perspective, Stryker's stock completely plummeted, and they were required to file a material impact report with the Security Exchange Commission. So there are a few major lessons here. First, privileged identity is everything. Once attackers get admin credentials, they essentially have a skeleton key to the entire organization. Second, endpoint management systems like Intune are extremely powerful, and if compromised, they can be weaponized instantly at scale. Third, BYOD significantly increases risk because it expands the number of devices attackers can impact. And finally, geopolitics now is playing a direct role in cybersecurity, and companies are targets not for just what they do, but for where they operate and who they're connected to. Thank you for your time.